Well, speaking of new inventions, so now this one is the, let's see, a little bit, Tesla robot. That is yeah,
Technology glitch.
yeah,
Yeah.
technology glitch.
Or is it operator?
Let's go with technology.
We'll blame it on
Operator.
operator.
Oh yeah.
Oh
this
yeah,
one's
that
cool.
one.
This is pretty wild. So we talked about this company last episode too, I believe. This drone company,
Yeah.
Cedo or Skydio. This is
I like the
wild.
whole. I don't know. Maybe I'm familiar with the URs. Just like the way it's moving. You know, the two things
I mean,
coming.
that's awesome. I mean, this is so many potential applications from farming to military to
Well, I think for me is the biggest one is delivering medical supplies,
yeah,
like
yeah,
lab tests and I don't know, like
yeah, just shipping in
The
general.
newspaper.
really newspaper. That's on your screen now.
Yeah, this is pretty wild here.
Oh wow!
Up
Look
there,
at that. Came right back.
with the print. See, this is the part I like is when it comes back and you are actually kind of scans it. Okay, it's there, and
Yeah, it sees it.
it's kind of staging it.
But and think of what kind. I mean, it's not a stationary either, right? The
Yeah.
robot's moving and adjusting
That's
itself.
what I'm saying.
The drone's kind of readjusting itself, and then they meet perfectly. That's
I
awesome.
like that. So yeah, and so biggest thing I seen is like like how there's medical supplies being
Mhm.
or test results for test results, the samples being delivered to labs and so on. I think that would be our use case. Like there's a one company in Michigan. It's called Blue Flight, and it's a Michigan made drone, and the company's from here, and I met them a couple of times, and they're I think they're working on that as well.
So then how do you got to incorporate this into the FAA, right? Because now
Well,
you're
so
having
they-
more things in the sky,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
You got to regulate
so
that.
you just touched. So I've been
Open
to
a big can of worms.
no, well, so there I've been to a few of the meetings where they talk about this. How do you prioritize, right? How do you prioritize your regular air traffic compared to the drone?
Mhm.
And does it get prioritized with what kind of load is carrying, or is it medical
There's gotta
or
be some elevation requirements.
Well, that
too
yeah,
there.
that goes into now licensing each flying object into
Yeah.
Mhm.
classifying
Yeah.
it to say, hey, this needs to have.
So the biggest thing I got out of those meetings and so on is that drone industry, they want it to be independent. They want it to be like, hey, but on the other hand, they want to be part of
And I think that'll happen up until something happens, right? It's usually
Yeah.
like we talked about several
Yeah.
times on the show. Government moves slow. Nothing's going to happen until there's an incident, a situation,
Sadly-
or a company comes.
sadly,
forward and
they
says,
won't
"Hey,
even-
We have to have this. Whether it's dropping packages off or moving.
Amazon already doing some of that.
They're doing some of that, but
Some
that's what
of
I'm saying.
that,
Like they're going to have to push for
Right.
regulations
Yeah.
or opening up stuff, maybe.
Well, what about this? I think one thing that stands out to me. You remember that movie? I think it's not X.
So
Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
where they had all those cars like get overtaken, and all of a sudden, Vin Diesel is trying to run away from all these cars that be controlled remotely. Like, these are all type of security issues we need to.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cute. So I think the one industry, that's gonna really need to be highlighted or need to be looked into is the security. So not just drone manufacturing. You're manufacturing your air. So basically, land, air, and sea.
Yeah.
Wherever the signal is going from one device to another. And look that how do you provide the security to that? How do you control that? So that's gonna be because like somebody breaking into this wall, we can physically see it. But if somebody's doing it on a digital,
Yeah.
they're somewhere again, other side of the pond, and we don't know they're sitting in somebody's basement. This guy who's really smart feels like today he's gonna mess with whoever, and then there's government sponsors. We, you know,
Yeah.
we have those are there, and some of the governments they're barely just making money only that way. Is they basically there's a hospital in Kalamazoo. Well, I can say and everybody knows it. Bronson. No, sorry, Borges. Uh, they came under attack. After they came under attack, uh, they their whole they had to pay a few million dollars.
You're talking
Yeah,
about the ransomware?
Ransomware.
Yeah.
So they had to pay a few $1 million, and because of that, I think partially that's because of that they just got sold to another basically
Well,
organization.
Yeah, when I was, I found out, a lot of these smaller high schools in smaller towns, they're getting hacked all the time.
Oh,
By ransomware.
Schools, manufacturing places. So that is huge. Like more and more we get connectivity, and the more and more we need to go into providing security.
Yeah.
And it's yeah.
They can get out.
Yeah. And honestly, the best way, like you said, kind of going Amish on that side of it, keeping the
There-
network low.
There's that way, or go just how we move money from bank to bank. We gotta provide security somehow. Do we isolate our network? How we do that, and all those things. So there's there's a big opportunity in that if and a lot of people looking into it. Even the GPS is the biggest. GPS hacks are happening.
Yeah.
And there's a company out of in the U.S., Maryland, I think. They're doing a GPS non-satellite GPSs where you can't hack them.
Oh,
So and I think it's called Pathfinder or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, there's so much is to cover
mhm.
when it comes to, and it's not as simple as we say drones do this and we're gonna do this with
Just
drones.
think
No.
about how information moves around, right?
Yes.
And how many different dimensions.